Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the video. Today we're going to get started on the Mafex Infinity War Captain America. I know I took a while to do this video. Just been kind of busy and I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm not. I was taking time for myself and I appreciate that. So, yeah. I gotta say, this is a really dope figure. And it's like I've said before in a few other videos. It's crazy because Mafex went from me being ready to drop them because of QC and really inconsistent delays, whereas the QC is fixed, lots of still delays, and I'm hoping that does change. But they are bringing you really good figures, and with the delays, I'm like, okay, you're taking the time to make better figures. I think that is really important. They might not say anything on social media whatsoever, but they bring in the heat, and I gotta give them credit for that. It's really dope. This cap is dope. Like I just, the minor gripes I have don't outweigh the really good on this figure, and it's one of those things where, depending on what it is that you want out of this figure, it's definitely going to change whether or not you want it. I know you've seen a ton of videos. There is animated heroes. There's Unparalleled Universe. There is I'm not even sure who else did one, but I know those two definitely did videos. So if you don't want to watch mine, you can watch those guys. I'll try to put the link in the description to their videos too, so please enjoy. But yeah, this guy is dope. We have a really nice brown hair, not the blonde haired Steve that we're all used to. Hair grown out, beard here. It's just really dope. I think it does have one of the greater Chris Evans likenesses as opposed to a lot of other figures before we even go like to third party. So if we're talking about not having to go to third party, this definitely has one of the better likenesses for Chris Evans. And I don't even think they did reprinted it. I think it's just sculpted really, really well. You may not be able to see it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop this off. And we're going to get some focus on it. As we get some focus on it, let's try to get some more light on there. There we go. This is really good sculpt. And it's not shiny, which I know everybody pretty much hates at this point. They hate the super shiny stuff. So they've matted it out, made it look good. Now, in terms of our articulation, this is where it gets really, really nice, because we have a cap that's actually really well articulated. I think one of the few gripes I have is going to be that, oh, let's fix that. There we go. One of the few gripes I have is that Cap actually cannot put his arms completely down, even after you pull out the shoulders, because if you pull it out too far, you actually pull the arm out. So, without having to fear breakage, we can actually push them in for a more seamless look. But even with pulling him out and trying to put the arms down, you just cannot get there. Not a full-blown flush look. Just not at all. So Cap's always going to be, you know, I'm bulging muscles, Rob Liefeld, roided out. That look. But I don't know why. It just still looks good. We can rotate our arm all the way around. Spin the windmill, right? We do have a bicep swivel. Really good. We are double jointed. And we have standard rotating peg tech. Our head can reach over his collar, giving you really good articulation for the figure. And as far as our ab crunch, we get some serious nice rotation here. As you can see, we can tilt to roll around. If you want to check it out, you can see that nice dip and curve there. Going backwards, we actually get a really nice movement as well. Even tilting side to side is really dope. As far as our legs, we can go outward. We can do our 90 degree. We have a double joint, but the way it's cut, just to not make it and take away from the sculpt, we can't go really far in. I think the one point that we really fail out is going to be tucking inward with our thigh swivel. Just not possible. And also with our boot. Now, what really bummed me out is not being able to have really good ankle articulation. And I'm pretty sure in-game Steve shares these leggings. Or, I'm sorry, I shouldn't call them leggings. But his legs, nah, I'm going to call them leggings, because that's exactly what the hell they look like. His leggings, they kill all sorts of ankle articulation. So, that is a bit of a bummer for me when posing him. But overall, this articulation is there. Like, this guy has it. It has a nice range of movement, as you can see here with these butterfly joints. Well, the mimicking of a butterfly joint. That allow you to range those arms forward as well. Now, if we pose up Cap real fast, we can actually begin to talk about some of the stuff. Oh, Actually, we get boot cut for his leggings. So leggings and boots, leggings and boots. I actually just caught that. That's pretty cool, right? So while you don't get that ankle pivot, rotating that boot can help you simulate that real good look. Oh snap, they circumvented that. Oh snap, look at them thinking ahead. I ain't even bothered thinking about that, right? So now we have this look for Cap, looking solid, looking good. He squares up with his martial arts Captain Jeet Kune Do. Let's talk about our accessories. Now, I really like the way this Cap came with two versions of the shields, the Wakandan Shields, I should say, not the Cap shield. He comes with a ton of hands, and he comes with both spears. So that is a very nice range of accessories. And I think that's one of the things that you can do when you release a figure years later. You can get everything right without having to worry about whether or not you got proper references, holding within a movie secrets and things like that. Doing something after does have its benefits. So let's talk about that. Here are the smaller Wakandan shields. Let's get a nice good look on those. There we go. These are matted out, but they actually have a nice semi-glow. Black and silver looking really good. As you can see, they're reflecting light really well. On the inside, we have our handles. This one's going to be for the left arm. Make sure the handle go this way with the wrapping. Just tuck your hand through, and we'll talk about the hands in a second. But we also get two large Wakandan shields for when they enlarge. Same thing on the inside. This one's going to be for the right, but just to keep it consistent, let's talk about the left one. Right? And just to show you, right, here is the large and versus the small. It actually does cover a lot of ground here to protect the body. You'll also get a ton of sets of hands. So let's go over the left hand side. You'll get a pointing finger. You'll get open action. Open relax. Then you'll get open action. And then you'll get two types of trigger hands. Whether it be for holding weapons or items. But one has a slightly tighter grip than the other. The fingers cross in just a little bit more. So I guess these ones are for the spear. And these ones are going to be for shields. I personally use this one for both. So it's totally fine. Same applies for this side. We have our pointing hand. We have the open relax, the open action, as well as the gripping hands. Next up, you will also get Corvus Glaive's spear. And then you'll also get Proxima Midnight's lance or spear, depending on how you want to go about it. I think hers is painted with some dabs of blue in it. It's hard for me to see my own light reflecting in my face. But I like the way these were painted. I really do. These actually are dope. And I'm glad they came with both. Now that we've gone over accessories, let's get ready to jump into the size comparison. That one's going to be fun because there's actually a ton of stuff to compare to, which actually is going to make this part very long. So let's get ready. All right, folks, we're going to jump into the size comparison. Oh, one thing I want to talk about, because if you have a Mezco Captain America, what you can do is you can actually give him this shield. It has a handle. Since he has the open hands that can hold it, you can totally give him the shield. In case you want to get a little crazy, have a little fun, make your own universe, things like that. Just want to throw that in. Now, first thing I want to do is definitely compare him to his SHF counterpart. Now, this is not going to be a fair comparison, mostly because the SHF I've modded after buying the third-party kit and add-on set. Now, one thing the SHF can do is that the SHF one can actually put his arms flat. Now, in terms of what we're talking about in terms of likeness, that third-party head sculpt is definitely going to put it over the top for me. But if I'm talking about pure design, how good it looks, functionality without having to be modded, the Mafex easily takes the cake with no issue whatsoever. More hands. It actually came with the Wakandan Shields. So yeah, it's an easy win here in terms of choosing what you want that you don't have to pay extra on top of it, right? But also, let's say you bought both and your preference is going to be SHF, or you modded yours heavily, you can give him the Wakandan Shields because they do fit on his arms. So you can get the best of both worlds should you have a preference towards SHF. But in terms of what you're getting bang for your buck right out the box, it's going to be Mafex. Now, let's take this guy away and let's talk about some other stuff as I back it on up just a little bit. we're gonna compare it to some other stuff. First, let's do the Mafex in-game Iron Spider and the SHF in-game Iron Spider. Final battle. This one's gonna be a matter of preference, and if I'm gonna say anything, because both of them stand around the same height. If you like the smaller frame, you'll choose SHF. If you like the more thicker, thick but slender frame, I don't know, slim thick, you can choose the Mafex. So this one is definitely going to be a your preference thing. Next up, we have Mafex Thor and Mafex Black Panther. Now, these are a great team done by Mafex already, and I think they all look really good together. So let's get Black Panther there. So this is a really good squad to have. I think Black Panther's a little bit under height, but there's nothing you can do about it. I think I really like where this is going. Here is the SHF Bucky. I don't know why I forgot his name for a second. Oop, don't fall, buddy. And here is SHF Falcon, which everyone knows I love this piece. I really do. So as you can see, these guys actually have a nice blend and a little bit of cohesion with each other. They look all good together. I think you probably look like the oddest man out, but everybody else looks good. Let's take these guys away. Next up, we're going to talk about, here is Marvel Legends Vision, who probably won't be able to stand up straight because I've had him sitting in a bin forever. So yeah. And then here is SHF Black Widow. Let's get that foot flat. She actually looks really good with these guys, even if she is a smaller on the side. Here is SHF Thanos, who I'm going to put behind. Right? And we have SHF Smart Hulk, which I'm actually just going to toss him in here because I forgot to grab my other SHF Hulk. So I'm just going to put him in there so you can get a quick comparison. Alright? Here's Black Widow. Take all these guys away. On to the next batch. And this is just all the Marvel stuff. Like, here is War Machine Mark IV and Iron Man Mark 50. I like that War Machine's a little bit bigger because it's supposed to be in a bigger, bulkier suit. Iron Man, who also can't put his arms flush. So yeah. Now we're going to move into some other stuff. What do we even start with? Oh, here is Lightning Collection White Ranger. Here is Marvel Legends Red Skull, which I think is going to be, this is going to be for all the people who want to mix their comic and their movie stuff. This will be a good time to compare those two. Here is a Mezco Me cosplay uniform style. Here is an Articulated Icons Ninja. So yeah, see where Cap stands there. Last batch is going to be, in case you want to do a 1,000 Toys Dante next to him. That way you can use these as skins for your Marvel vs. Capcom. Here is a Mythic Legions Barbarian. And I think that about covers it. And if you want to get a bonus in there, here's Pac-Man. If you watch my live, you just know that's funny. If not, I mean, it's still Pac-Man. Have fun. But yeah, I like this cap a lot. It's one of those, you definitely got the bang for your buck here. You definitely have a lot of articulation. You have a great sculpt. And you have all the weapons. And lots of hand accessories too. So, if you don't want to get it because it came out too late, that's totally going to be on you. If you don't want to get it because you think it's out of your price range, that's totally fine too. But I brought you the information, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it and make the choices that you need to make from it. As always, thank you guys for watching. Please be good, do good, drink your water, guys. Later. Just like on my Axe Battler review, I actually forgot the Grit Teeth head, which is an alternate head for Cap. I don't know why I'm forgetting these things. Maybe because it's so small and my desk is a mess. But I'm adding it in at the end as I freehand this. But yes, thanks for watching, guys. For real.